Facebook. How's it going? I'm a little late this evening, but that'll be okay. How's everybody doing today? I have not done anything hardly today. I've been a slug, but every now and then we need that. Is anybody online? I think I just saw Mr. John pop up there. Hope you're doing okay, John. I don't know why it doesn't show me who's on, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I think we've got some more storms that are supposed to roll through. I'm going to ask you a question today. Are you happy and content with your life and how it's going? And before you just rattle off a yes or a no, stop and really think about that for a minute. If the answer is yes, then that's fantastic. But if it's no, what do you feel like is missing? Maybe you can't really pinpoint an exact answer. You just know you aren't satisfied with your current situation. I'm not satisfied with my current situation per se, but I know my answer. You may be lacking clarity, and that's today's word. It's okay if you don't have clarity. It's something that you can work on. So, what is clarity? Clarity is the quality of being clear. So, if you don't know exactly what you want to do with your life or where your life is going, then maybe you're lacking some clarity, and that's okay. I mean, we don't have to know everything all the time. I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist, and life can be extremely messy and complicated. The decisions that we make have pros and cons, and it's important that we weigh both in order to gain clarity about which direction to take. And I just want to say here that you're not being negative when you weigh the cons of a situation, as long as you don't dwell on them. Consider them, what could happen, the pros and the cons, but then focus on the positives of that. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about situations where you or others could be harmed in some way, but I'm talking more along the lines of what you want out of life. I Googled the phrase using clarity in life, and you can do that as well, and all kinds of things come up. I'm going to link this in the comments. It's an article from HuffPost. It's entitled 5 Steps for Getting Clarity About What You Want in Life. And it was written by Laura Young. So she gives you these steps. First, she asks you some questions, and you can do these on your own, and I think it's a good idea to do it. I mean, if you are lacking some direction right now and don't really know which way to go, it couldn't hurt anything. But these are the questions she asks. What makes you happy? And she asks you to write this stuff down, make a list. So the first one is, what makes you happy and what do you love doing? And then, what have been your most enjoyable achievements so far? And you can't say nothing here. Everyone has achieved something in their life. Your life is not so miserable that nothing good ever happens to you. You have achieved something. What have been your most enjoyable achievements so far? I already asked that. If you could do, be, or have anything you wanted, what would you choose? That's a hard one. That one would take some reflection. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? That would be interesting also. And this one is a lot like, we ask ourselves this question quite a bit. You're given $1 billion. What would you do? That's kind of along the same lines as if you won the lottery, what would you do with it? But, you know, take some time and really reflect on that for a minute. And the last question, who inspires you? What qualities do they have that you most admire? Now, I'm not an expert, never claimed to be an expert in anything, but like I said, it couldn't hurt to try to follow her steps and see what happens, see what clarity that brings you. Finding clarity isn't always simple. Sometimes it seems like it doesn't come until you're older or have already come out of the other side of a difficult situation. I've been there plenty of times. This is where the phrase hindsight is 20/20 comes from. You don't realize everything that you're going through even when you're in the middle of it sometimes. It takes coming out the other side of that situation to really get that clarity. Some people turn to the Bible or other religious texts to find clarity when they're having a difficult time. Some turn to meditation as a way to focus their minds. There are many, many different resources available. It's possible to find clarity in all the chaos. Just like with anything else, if you put in the effort and seek it out, it will eventually come to you. You have to work for it. It doesn't always come on its own. So life doesn't always have to be confusing. If you take control and you really seek it out, you can find your clarity in whatever situation you're facing. So that is going to be it for tonight. Hello, Miss Brianna. I love you and I miss you. Remember that you're a role model to someone you know. Be a good one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a great night.